My name is Mariana Diaz. I'm 22 years old and I am from Napa, California. I lived in Mexico for 3 years. My family is originally from the state of Jalisco. I became connected with Mentis the summer of 2017 when I was 15 years old. The initial purpose was to learn how to support my friend who was struggling with depression. But as I learned all of these tools and learned about all these resources, I realized that I needed them as well. There are certain expectations that I have to live up to, especially as the eldest, as a first-generation student. I was class of 2020, COVID year. It was pretty hard, especially considering, like I said before, you're a kid and you have all these expectations to, walk the stage and hug your friends afterwards and go to prom and do all of these things. And I got none of that. I went to school my first 2 years completely online. It was a difficult transition. I realized a few months into my first semester that I was not doing okay. I asked my advisor, because I had heard there were Mentis therapists on campus and they had these connections, and I said, you know what, I'm always preaching about how these resources are there, so I should take advantage of them as well. So I asked my advisor if she could connect me to preferably a Latina therapist. So I met Paola, and she was just a godsend. She asked me a question, and I did not know how to respond to it at all. I sat there thinking for several minutes. I told her, no one's ever asked me that, so I don't know how to respond. She said, okay, let me put it this way. And she repeated the question in Spanish, and I felt like I had been stabbed in the heart. It took me a moment to process her question, and I realized that all I wanted to say came out in Spanish. Because Mentis has bilingual, diverse therapists, it opens up this whole new door to a community who wouldn't previously have access to these resources, especially because there is such a big stigma. So one of the best things that could have happened through being in Teens Connect and my connection to Mentis was all of the networking, I guess, all of the different connections that I was able to make in Napa through volunteer work, people I was meeting through those opportunities. I had the chance to volunteer and then come and intern at my old elementary school, and that was the opportunity that really cemented, yes, I do want to be a teacher. I am graduating university in May. I thought about it a lot the other day, and it hit me, oh my God, I'm going to be the first person in my family to graduate college, to have a degree, and to go into the profession that I always dreamed of. It's not just that Mentis lit the path for me and for others. Mentis handed the torch to me and taught me how to tend to it, so I could light my own path now and into the future. When you give to Mentis, you light the path for your neighbors when they need it the most. You bring light to the dark times we face as individuals and as a community. The light never goes out. Raise your paddle, light the path.